Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we are going to discuss about the anti-God drugs. Firstly, we will talk about the purines and pyrimidines. Purines perform many important functions in the cell, being the formation of the monomeric precursor of nucleic acids like DNA and RNA. Purines and pyrimidines are nitrogenous bases that make up the two different kinds of nucleotide bases in DNA and RNA. The two carbon nitrogen ring bases like adenine and guanine are purines, while the one carbon ring bases thymine and cytosines are pyrimidines. The enzymatic pathways involved in the degradation of purines getting into the structure and biochemistry until the uric acid formation. So here we will discuss about the final compound of purines catabolism is uric acid. All we know that each cell in our body contain a nucleus as separate blood cells, and in nucleus we have DNA, and DNA contains two purines, so called adenine and guanine. Now we are discussing about the mechanism of purine catabolism. How does it works, and what about the apoptosis? The programmed cell death is called apoptosis, and it is a normal part of development. In humans, billions of cells die in each adult each day, and they are replaced by other cells after the DNA fragmentations. So the mechanism of purines catabolism, the adenine, which is a purine, and it with the help of adenine deaminase, it catalyzes to form a hypoxanthine, and the hypoxanthine is catalyzed to form the xanthine, and a guanine with the help of xanthine dehydrogenase enzymes and guanine deaminase, it catalyzes and it forms the xanthine, and then it catalyzes with the help of xanthine oxidases and it forms the uric acid. Almost all the uric acid is filtered from glomeruli, while post-glomerular reabsorptions and secretions regulate the amount of uric acid excretions. The proximal tubule is the site of uric acid reabsorptions and secretions, and approximately 90% is reabsorbed in the blood. So we have discussed about the purine catabolism. Now the drugs that is allopurinol and febuxostate. It acts on xanthine oxidase enzyme, and with the help of this, it reduces the amount of uric acid in the blood. So it reduces the production of uric acid by inhibiting an enzyme, xanthine oxidase, which is responsible for converting the purines into the uric acid. GOT is a rheumatic disease that results from an excess body burden of uric acid and hyperuricemia, which commonly manifest as recurrent episodes of acute joint pain and inflammation. Secondary to the deposition of monosodium urate crystals or tophi in the synovial fluid and lining, hyperuricemia is caused by an increased production of or a decreased excretion of uric acid or both. So, when the uric acid concentration in our blood is increased, then it will bind. How the formation of GOT is occurred? It is caused by the increased production of uric acid in our blood. When it is increased, then uric acid will bind to sodium ion, and then it will convert into monosodium urate. Monosodium urate may lead to the formation of torpor, tophi, and TOFAS is a monosodium urate concentration in the joint. Monosodium urate will form a rhombatic crystal formation. The sign and the symptoms of gout. Any joint can be affected by gout, but it usually affects joints towards the end of the limbs, such as toes, ankles, knees, and fingers. Signs and symptoms include severe pain, joint feeling hot and very tender, swelling in red shiny skin over the affected joint. Now we will talk about the stages of gout progressions. The following are the stages in which the formation of monosulfate urate crystals, in which the hyperuricemia included the participation of monosulfate urate crystals and the deposition in articular and periarticular tissues. The secondly, acute gout attack, in which the phagocytosis, cytokines productions, and the neutrophils and monocytes influence are included. And thirdly, the chronic tophaceous gout, in which the neutrophils death by mitosis. What is mitosis? Mitosis is not universally a cell death pathway, and the packaging of monosulfate urate crystals and inactivation of inflammatory cytokines and resolutions of inflammations are included. The diagnosis of gout is very important. Here we will discuss about the diagnosis, and for a definitive diagnosis of gout, urate crystals must be demonstrated in the synovial fluid or in the tophus. Synovial fluid should be analyzed by polarized light microscopy. Once the definitive diagnosis has been made, repeat attacks do not require diagnostic aspiration unless there is a suspicion of joint sepsis. A normal or low serum urate does not exclude the diagnosis of acute gout because the concentrations may be elevated during an acute attack. The anti-gout drugs include the non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, that is also called the NSAIDs, and it includes the colchicine, corticosteroids, and probinicids and sulfaperazone. The following are the classifications of anti-inflammatory drugs: acetaminophen, drugs that use in the gout, and the following classification of anti-inflammatory drugs that include the non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs and the disease modifying anti-rheumatic drugs. The further classification of non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs that include aspirin and the other non-steroidal drugs and the COX-2 inhibition, that is calicozeb. So firstly we will talk about the xanthine oxidase inhibitors that include the allopurinol and fivozostat. Uricosuric agents. The primary uricosuric drugs that include the probenicids, benzbro, maron, and sulfaperazone. The secondary uricosuric drugs with other primary uses that have non-uricosuric properties that include the losartan, atorvastatin, and fenofibrate. The side effects of the xanthine oxidase inhibitors, the more commonly are the ankle, knee, or great toe joint pain, the joint stiffness or swellings, the rash, and the rash with flat lesions or small raised lesions on the skin. The rare side effects included the agitations, ammonia like breath odor, anxiety, bleeding gums, blistering, peeling or loosening of skin, blood in the urine, and bloody nose, bloody or black tarry stools. Here are the antral and the parental doses of xanthine oxidase inhibitors. Firstly, we will talk about the allopurinol, and its antral doses are the tablets with the 100 mg and 300 mg, and the parenteral doses are powder for injections 500 milligram per vial. The half-life of allopurinol is 1 to 2 hours. Febuxostat. Its antral doses are tablet with 40 milligram and 80 milligram, and its half-life is about 5 to 8 hours. Now here I am going to tell you about the primary uricosuric drugs mechanism. The mechanism of these drugs are the inhibition of renal tubular transporter, thereby facilitating the excretion of the disease's causative uric acid by blocking the reuptake. Here are the antral and parenteral doses of uricosuric drugs. Firstly, we will talk about the probenecid and its antral doses with the tablets of 500 milligram, and its half-life is about 4 to 12 hours. And secondly, we will discuss about benzbromaron, and its antral doses are about tablets with the 50 milligram and 100 milligram, and its half-life is about 3 hours. Sulfaneperazone and its central doses with tablets of 100 milligram and 200 milligram, and its half-life is about 4 hours. The side effects of the uricosuric may include the headache, dizziness, nausea, vomiting, loss of appetite, flushing, sudden warmth, redness or tingly feeling, sore gums, urinating more than usual, itching, rash, and hair loss. The management of the gout flare. For patients experiences a gout flare, colchicine, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, or glucocorticoids. First line over the interleukin 1 inhibitors or adrenocorticotropic hormones. The choice of colchicine, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, or glucocorticoids based on patient factors and preferences. Uses topically ice as adjunctive treatment. The mechanism of action of colchicine in the treatment of gout. The mechanism of action of colchicine is the multimodal pathology of acute inflammation associated with gout, and to consider the clinical utility of colchicine in other chronic inflammatory diseases. The common side effects of colchicine include the diarrhea, nausea, cramping, abdominal pain, and vomiting. The colchicines Colchicines tablet 0.6 milligram and Mitigare capsule is 0.6 milligram. The elimination half-life is about 2 hours. The management of lifestyle factors and concurrent medications. For patients with gout, regardless of disease activity, limit alcohol intake, limit purines intake, limit high fructose corn syrup. Recommended weight loss for patients who are overweight or obese. Against recommended vitamin C supplementations for the purpose of treating gout. Switch to hydrochlorothiazide to an alternate antihypertensive when feasible. Choose the losartan preferentially as antihypertensive when feasible. Against stopping low-dose aspirin. Against adding or switching to fenofibrate.